Moscow uses migrants as its weapon in a hybrid war against Western democracies. After the start of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Finland experienced this Kremlin tactic. At the end of 2023, after some 1,300 illegal migrants tried to enter the country from Russia, including those from Syria and Somalia, Finland closed all border crossings with the Federation. Now, because of the threat of a new migrant wave from Russia, Helsinki is stepping up border security measures.
Finland cannot just allow the opening of such new road for migrants into Europe. But overall, this is not about a migrant road. This is about a situation in which the authorities of another country are helping or even pressing and pushing migrants to Finland's border. Meri Rantanen, Finnish Interior Minister, in a comment to Reuters.
Another direction that the Kremlin is actively using is Belarus. Lukashenko's regime provoked a migration crisis on Belarus's border with the European Union back in the spring 2021. Illegals from Iraq, Syria and Afghanistan tried to enter the territory of Lithuania, Latvia and Poland. The presidents of the Baltic states accused Minsk of hybrid aggression.
We condemn the actions taken by the Lukashenko regime instrumentalizing migrants for political purposes. We are concerned for the human rights and safety of the migrants currently in Belarus, who are being forced to breach the European Union border, and urge to hold the Lukashenko regime accountable for human trafficking. From a joint statement by the presidents of Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania on the website of the President of Lithuania.
In April 2024, the situation on the border became more acute. There were 613 attempts to illegally enter Polish territory. Migrants threw branches and stones at Polish border guards and used gas. Later, on May 28, an illegal migrant attacked a Polish border guard with a knife. Despite the efforts of the doctors, the soldier's life could not be saved. Another attack was on June 3rd. A migrant who tried to break through from Belarus to Poland wounded a border guard. He is in a serious condition.
We are not dealing here with asylum seekers. We are dealing with a coordinated, very careful operation on many levels to violate the Polish border and attempt to destabilize the situation in the country. It is no coincidence that this aggression is increasing more and more, because we are not talking about some kind of assistance to migrants from Russia or Belarus, but about the organization of a hybrid war destabilizing the Polish state and, in fact, the whole of Europe.
Warsaw demanded that Minsk stops provocations at the border and extradites the suspect of the murder. The Belarusian Foreign Ministry said that they had received the note and would consider it, quote, taking into account all the circumstances. However, an official representative of the Belarusian Foreign Ministry directly stated Warsaw's diplomatic protest will not affect the solution of the problem. According to the Polish Foreign Ministry, 90% of those detained during the attempts to illegally cross the border from Belarus to Poland have Russian visas. Belarus, in turn, cancelled the visa regime for citizens of certain countries.
Poland is one of the main targets because it is the most vulnerable point or section of NATO is the Suwalki corridor, and it is precisely around this point that these migrant attacks and attempts to get into the territory of Poland take place, and we see that this is frequently accompanied by various types of attacks. In particular, it is connected with the fact that this country plays one of the most important roles in helping Ukraine.
According to European intelligence services, Russia is preparing a new wave of migrants to be transferred to Belarus. Poland, in turn, is returning the 200-meter buffer zone and sending new units to the border. In addition, the Polish authorities intend to allocate more than $2.5 billion for the Shelled East program. As part of the project, new fortifications will be built, as well as monitoring systems and drones for countermeasures.
Poland has no border with the Congo, Afghanistan, Syria or the Central African Republic, and this whole migration crisis on our border was organized artificially by the Belarusian security service KGB, and most likely not without the help of the Russian Federal Security Service. Personally, I feel sorry for these people from African countries, because people live there very poorly, but at the same time it is clear to me that those who get to our border are by no means the poorest, because they pay both $5,000 and $10,000 to be brought by civilian aircraft to Belarus, and now, most likely, to Russia, Witold Juraś, political observer of the Polish news portal Onet, in an interview with Voice of America.
The purpose of a new wave of migration crisis that the Kremlin is planning is obvious. Experts say it is to destabilize the situation in Ukraine's allies, blackmail and pressure on Kyiv's partners. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Yulia Granovska, UATV News.